A lot of the things that my readers have come to embrace are all of the wonderful things in your Happiest Baby DVD, which is also fantastic and so helpful when it's 2 in the morning and you're just too frazzled to flip through a book. And something that I've been really excited to talk to you about is swings, because as far as I can tell, you and I are the only 2 people on the planet who really have kind of embraced the power of swings as a helpful tool for sort of you know, babies who are having an extra challenging time managing sleep. And something that has come up with a lot of my readers that I struggle with is I see how powerful they are and I see how beneficial they are, but you know, the official American Academy of Pediatrics safe sleep recommendation says no swings. And I struggle with how to balance those 2 things, and do you have any advice for our readers?
Yeah. Well, thanks very much. And first, about the Happiest Baby DVD, what's interesting for me is that parents tell me over and over again that's the most helpful tool for them for learning these 5 S's techniques, because it's kind of like learning how to tie your shoelaces. I mean, you can read in a book, but you'll learn it better when you watch somebody do it. And so in the beginning, for the majority, really for all babies, the 2 key tools you need to use from the very beginning are snug swaddling with the arms down at the side and a rumbly, low-pitched kind of a white noise. And I'll talk about that more with you in a little bit. For 90% of babies, those are the 2 cues that will help your baby get into just a perfect kind of a sleep pattern starting the first few weeks of life. However, there are about 5 to 10% of babies that are motion-loving babies. They're these bouncing baby boys, and they're the ones who know when you sit down, you got to sit up and bounce them.
These are the people who are on the yoga balls for 5 hours a day. Right. Yeah.
Or at the edge of your bed or whatever, or you're going for car rides and hitting every pothole you can find. You know,
dirt roads. Yeah, I've been the dirt road driver.
So these babies, when you use swaddling, you use white noise, it does nothing. They're still waking up every 2 hours. They are dependent. They're needing motion, which they had 24/7 in the womb, remember. So these babies need to be in a swing fully reclined on the fast speed.
A modern swing, not the old bucket swings, but the modern swings that are more...
Yeah, the modern ones that go all the way flat. Because you don't want a baby sitting up.
In fact, slumping.
Right, because then the head will bend over and then they may have trouble breathing. You want to have them as reclined as possible. The Consumer Safety Product Commission says that the seat has to be at least 50 degrees back. But it's better to put it all the way back and lie it flat. So swings are bad for kids to sleep in if they're sitting up. If they're lying back, there's no problem whatsoever. But still, it's a good idea to speak to your pediatrician about. I recommend to all people, double check it with your pediatrician. But that's what I tell my patients.
And so for these...
And at 3-4 months, you go, then they're sleeping so great, then you go from the fast speed to the slow speed, and then to no speed, and then you've got them out of there.
Yeah, without tears, which is really kind of part of the goal, right, is to not...